Hello, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Tuesday afternoon. Joining you today, again, another daily weather stream, giving you an update on the potential for another round of severe storms as we head Tuesday evening into Tuesday night. Again, we've already had multiple rounds of rain, severe weather over the past couple days in Lincoln and across the area. And again, already up to around 4 inches of rain so far this month in Lincoln at the Lincoln Airport. So looks like we could be dealing with, again, some more stronger storms and maybe some areas of heavy rain as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull up our weather graphics here and we'll get started. Again, currently just looking at Lincoln Skyview. Again, kind of mix of sunshine and clouds right now here in the Lincoln area. Again, things are quiet. Likely going to stay that way through most of the rest of this evening. But we will see that chance for some storms move in likely late tonight and into the overnight hours for the Lincoln area specifically. It'll be more this evening for parts of north central and northeastern Nebraska. So again, right now here in the capital city, it's again hot and humid. Again, typical July weather out there. 86 at the airport, 90 though here in Midtown Lincoln. A dew point of 70 is making it feel just a little bit warmer than that with a light south wind at around 6 miles an hour. Temperatures statewide, a little bit of a cold front coming in across parts of northern Nebraska. So temperatures a little bit cooler in the mid to upper 70s in areas like Valentine, Ainsworth, O'Neill, Wayne, but getting into the low to mid 80s and then eventually to the mid to upper 80s into the low 90s as you head across the southern sections of the state right now. 93 in Hebron, and again, dew points very high for some. I'm not sure if Columbus is reading correctly, but their sensor up there in Columbus is recording a dew point of 78 degrees right now, which is extremely high, very high humidity in the Columbus area. But again, humid for a lot of us in the eastern sections of the state. We factor that in, and we have feels like temperatures, again, for much of 1011 country that range from the mid-80s to the low to mid-90s. So here's a current look at the satellite and radar picture. Again, some clouds kind of drifting through the eastern sections of the state. More sunshine as you head across central and western Nebraska. Again, even a little bit of rain trying to fall across, again, parts of central, northeastern Nebraska earlier this afternoon. But again, we're going to see our main round of storms as we head later this evening and into the overnight hours tonight. So this is what the Storm Prediction Center outlook looks like for the day today. Again, you can see that marginal and slight risk covering most of the state. Again, meaning isolated to scattered severe storms are going to be possible. The main threats tonight likely going to be large hail, damaging winds, and the potential for some very heavy rain as well. Tornado probability only 2% in that area, but again, low-end tornado threat, can't entirely rule it out, but likely, again, tornado is not going to be the main issue as we head through this evening. Wind, again, you can see, again, especially that hatched area in the north, central, and northeast. Again, that's where that severe wind probability is highest, and then severe hail, again, we're talking 2 inches or larger. The probability is highest, again, kind of across the central and the northwestern sections of the state, as we're expecting kind of a cluster of storms to eventually congeal and then kind of push push to the south and east through the area. So nothing happening right now, but if we check out Skycast and running through the rest of this afternoon, I think the weather should stay fairly quiet. If you have any Tuesday evening plans, especially in Lincoln or eastern Nebraska, I don't think we're going to have too much of a concern. But you can see by 8 o'clock, storms beginning to push into north central Nebraska up near Ainsworth, O'Neill. And again, it's that little cluster of storms that the short-term models have kind of picked up on, pushing out of South Dakota and then basically sliding to the south and east through the area as we head late tonight into the overnight hour. So by 8 o'clock, most of the models have that activity across north-central Nebraska into southern parts of South Dakota. As we head through time, 10 o'clock, again, we can see that little cluster of storms kind of very quickly is pushing through northeastern Nebraska, again, along that leading edge. Could see very windy conditions really quickly as that storm pushes through the area. And behind it, again, could see the areas of heavy rain, maybe some hail in there as well. So by 10 o'clock tonight, again, still not looking at Lincoln or southeastern Nebraska being threatened by these storms, but past 10 o'clock is kind of when we see the window of opportunity for us at least begin to open. So we'll see those storms again eventually try and push to the south and east through the Lincoln area. Again, our in-house model has that happening around 11 p.m. tonight, around the midnight time frame. Some of the short-term models, again, have that pushing through later, between maybe 2, 3, 4 a.m. So again, before you go to bed tonight, maybe bring in the trash can. If you have anything outside, you want to bring that in because it looks like at least late tonight or through the overnight period, we could see those storms blow through Lincoln and eastern sections of the state. Again, past midnight, those storms continue to dive to the south and east and begin to fizzle out a little bit by 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. Again, there might be a lingering shower or two out there, but we should be mainly dry across the region. And again, if you look at the precipitation potential, again, short-term models are putting out there the possibility for some areas of heavy rain as that cluster of storms move through, kind of in that yellow area that we see stretching from north central Nebraska into the northeast and then into parts of Lancaster County is indicative of maybe around 3/4 of an inch to an inch to maybe 1.25 inches of rain being possible as those storms sweep through the region. So certainly something, again, we'll keep a close eye on. As far as temperatures are concerned, lows as we head into Wednesday morning, we're going to be fairly seasonal in the 60s to near 70 degrees. High temperatures on Wednesday, maybe a few degrees cooler, but we're still looking at generally low 80s to low 90s. Thursday morning temperatures, again, 60s, pretty typical for mid-July. And then again, more seasonal temperatures as we head into Thursday afternoon with highs in the mid to upper 80s, low 90s. Friday morning, again, we're looking at 60s again. Friday afternoon, again, maybe a little bit cooler with temperatures in the lower to middle 80s. So that extended forecast for us here in Lincoln, again, basically a chance for some storms almost every day over the course of the next week, and temperatures holding pretty steady for us in the mid to upper 80s. So again, a pretty typical mid to late July pattern for us. Maybe a degree or two below normal for those temperatures just about every day, but again, looking at those chances for storms just about every day as well. So again, main takeaway again is we do have that chance for more severe weather. Again, maybe some areas of heavy rain storms this evening, and that chance will likely be highest for Lincoln and southeastern Nebraska, probably past 10 p.m. tonight. Between about 10 p.m. 4 a.m. is probably the window of opportunity. A little bit earlier than that as you head across parts of northeastern and north central sections of the state. And again, large hail, damaging winds, heavy rain would be the primary threats, but again, we do have that low end tornado threat as well. So meteorologist Brandon Rector will have you covered on air for the rest of this evening. Again, he'll have you covered at first at 4, as well as 10, 11 out at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock tonight. And again, kind of depending on the timing of these storms as well, he'll be with you late tonight and possibly into the early morning hours before meteorologist Brad Anderson gets in to cover those severe storms. So again, as always, keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for all of the latest news, weather, and sports. We'll keep you updated. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hope everyone has a nice Tuesday.